I remember he asked his father, can this be true? This is the 20th century, not the Middle Ages. Who would allow such crimes to be committed? How could the world remain silent? And now the boy is turning to me. Tell me, he asks. What have you done with my future? What have you done with your life? And I tell him that I have tried. That I have tried to keep memory alive. That I have tried to fight those who would forget. Because if we forget, we are guilty, we are accomplices. And then I explained to him how naive we were, that the world did know and remain silent. And that is why I swore never to be silent, whenever and wherever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. Sometimes we must interfere. When human lives are endangered, when human dignity is in jeopardy, national borders and sensitivities become irrelevant. Wherever men or women are persecuted because of their race, religion, or political views, that place must, at that moment, become the center of the universe. Of course, since I am a Jew profoundly rooted in my people's memory and tradition, my first response is to Jewish fears, Jewish needs, Jewish crises. For I belong to a traumatized generation, one that experienced the abandonment and solitude of our people. It would be unnatural for me not to make Jewish priorities my own. Israel, Soviet Jewry, Jews in Arab lands. But there are others as important to me. Apartheid is, in my view, as abhorrent as anti-Semitism. To me, Andrei Sakharov's isolation is as much of a disgrace as Joseph Begun's imprisonment. As is the denial of solidarity, and its leader Lech Wales's right to dissent. And Nelson Mandela's interminable imprisonment. There is so much injustice and suffering crying out for our attention. Victims of hunger, of racism, and political persecution, writers and poets, prisoners in so many lands governed by the left and by the right. Human rights are being violated on every continent. More people are oppressed than free. And then, too, there are the Palestinians to whose plight I am sensitive, but whose methods I deplore. Violence and terrorism are not the answer. Something must be done about their suffering, and soon. I trust Israel, for I have faith in the Jewish people. Let Israel be given a chance. Let hatred and danger be removed from her horizons, and there will be peace in and around the Holy Land. Yes, I have faith. Faith in God, and even in His creation. Without it no action would be possible. And action is the only remedy to indifference. The most insidious danger of all. Isn't this the meaning of Alfred Nobel's legacy? Wasn't his fear of war a shield against war? There is much to be done, there is much that can be done. One person, a Raoul Wallenberg, an Albert Schweitzer, one person of integrity, can make a difference of life and death. As long as one dissident is in prison, our freedom will not be true. As long as one child is hungry, our lives will be filled with anguish and shame. What all these victims need above all is to know that they are not alone, that we are not forgetting them, that when their voices are stifled we shall lend them ours, that while their freedom depends on ours, the quality of our freedom depends on theirs. This is what I say to the young Jewish boy wondering what I have done with his years. It is in His name that I speak to you, and that I express to you my deepest gratitude. No one is as capable of gratitude as one who has emerged from the kingdom of night. We know that every moment is a moment of grace, every hour an offering. Not to share them would mean to betray them. Our lives no longer belong to us alone. They belong to all those who need us desperately. Thank you, Chairman Arvik. Thank you, members of the Nobel Committee. Thank you, people of Norway, for declaring on this singular occasion. You can stop this video and never think about this. You can remain a silent American, or you can choose to join Anonymous and embrace this message. Choose to remember. Choose to have a voice, to not stand silent and voiceless. Help expose the corrupt and stop the unjust. Speak your voice to the world and stop dictators. Give a voice to those whose voices have been taken. America was made to be free, but the power has been taken from the people and given to the government. Help the world remember why there is a word for freedom. The American government is not the only group that chooses to take away freedom. Governments around the world are corrupt. They say the word freedom, but not the meaning. Freedom should not be just a word or an idea. It should be physical, something that has a meaning. Use your voice to make that meaning. Join Anonymous and spread your voice. We are Anonymous. We are a legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.